I ain't gonna lie to you. This topic here makes my heart sing. Does. Makes me feel good about myself because all the stuff that I've been saying about this one player,
I feel like it's gonna be a Westbrook topic.
It's all vindicated.
I thought we changed his name.
The Los Angeles Lakers have given Darvin Ham free reign to be able to bench Russell Westbrook. This, to me, is the best news I've heard all offseason. Because the fact that poor Frank Vogel was in a situation last year, he wasn't able to do what he had to do, and then management said, all right, Frank, listen, I know that you're having a rough time with Russ. You can bench him. And Frank is like, nah, but if I bench him now, it's not going to do anything for him. I'm still going to get fired. Yeah. So the fact that the new coach now has a mandate come down the first year, man, I love this. This may push Russell Westbrook out the door even faster. So if this is going to happen, if this is a mandate that they put down and it's going to allow Russ to leave, I'm all for it. What do you think, guys? What do you think?
Do you think that hurts his trade value, though?
His trade value is already hurt. Nobody wants him.
The fact that the Lakers got to sit there and offer compensation to whatever team.
We have to give people things for them to take him. And they still don't want him.
That's so disrespectful.
How the mighty have fallen.
Bro, we have to put every team that has, or the Lakers have contacted about a trade, they ask for the same thing. We want both your first round picks, 27 and 29.
Yeah, that's...
So think about it. The compensation that the Lakers have given, like they traded away assets to get Russell Westbrook. For you to have to trade more assets away just to get rid of him is wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if I'm management, I got to do it.
How much would a buyout cost them? They have to buy out the entire contract?
Well, the buyout is $47 million, bro. So for a buyout to make sense, I think he would have to maybe give them back like $9 or $10 million.
He's not doing
to make it make sense.
You said it's what, 47?
47.
9 to 10 million is not going to make a difference. Just pay the 47.
Nah, you can't.
It makes a difference in regards to like buyout reasons. Yeah. For there's people that understand the cap way more than I do. But there's like John Wall took a buyout from the Houston Rockets, and I think he gave them back like $8 million or something like that just to get out of it. And then he signed a 2-year deal with the Clippers.
But you think Westbrook does that?
No.
A, it doesn't look good for him. This is his hometown. He came back to play for the Lakers. And B, him accepting that buyout is kind of accepting responsibility and culpability of you're not the player
and also
you were. At least with John Wall, there was an injury involved, and he just wants to get out of it.
Right,
So
and people still feel that John Wall can play.
Yeah.
If Westbrook gets bought out right now,
he might be
what team signs Westbrook? Seriously, because when you're gonna sign him with the notion of that he's going to be a second unit guy, right? You're not signing him to be your starter. Is Russ going to accept that? He's not. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem that they having right now. So, they're still in contact with the Nets. They're still in contact with the Utah Jazz in the trade. I heard Patrick Beverley and some other guys are maybe in the deal. They may be trying to finagle a 3-team deal with the Knicks and some other people involved as well. So we'll see, but they can't go into the season with Westbrook. So I think whatever information that they trying to leak right now to make him look like, all right, cool, like this doesn't even look like a path that I can go down. I'm just gonna take a buyout or just whatever. I'm just gonna stay home or whatever it is. I think that's what they're trying to angle and doing because they've been, Russell Westbrook, he's so great and this and that, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, they're publicly trying to trade him.
Yeah.
He knows this. Him and Braun ain't connecting like that. Like, they got issues right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing segueing into LeBron James is eligible to get a contract extension right now. He was eligible on August 4th to sign a 2-year max. So at his age, the NBA bylaws is that you cannot give a player age 38 more than a 2-year maximum contract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the deal is on the table for him to sign. He hasn't signed it yet. 97 million.
48 per year. That he can't
something like that. Yeah, it's $97 million over 2 years. So the deal is on the table. They've had talks. Things are going well, they said, according to sources. But I think it's all going to be predicated on what they do, what moves they make. Can they get Kyrie? Can they add to this team and and make them a championship contender. Because Braun doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
He wants to be a Laker. But if you force his hand,
He's out.
he's going to be like, all right, if you force my hand, I got to get out of here. Because I'm not going to stay my last remaining years like how Kobe did. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to stand here the last remaining years like how Derek Jeter had to deal with. Like, I'm not doing that. It's all about making sure that the Lakers are contenders and that they have a shot. Not saying that they're going to win, but have a shot to at least be in the conversation. That's what they need to do.
I think the best way to do that is for him to give back some money, and you know he's not going to do that.
He said that after he left Miami and went back to Cleveland, he said in his little note that he wrote back in the Players Tribune, he will never take less again.
Yeah, he said point blank,
right,
I'm never taking less than the max.
Less than the max again. And I understand that, because if he takes less, you're now going to have GMs all across the NBA looking at the star players like this.
I think,
and for that, it doesn't move the game forward. NBA's making money hand over fist. If you as an organization can't spend your money on the right players and you're just giving out big money to the wrong players, that's your business.
That's what I'm saying.
Me as a player, I'm not taking less.
That's what I'm saying. It's one thing for a player in his prime to take less. You never want him to do that.
Braun's still in his prime.
Technically, yes. Yeah, no, he's doing. Yeah, listen.
If the man didn't sit out,
he was
the
in
last
MVP conversation,
the last few games of the season, if he didn't sit out, he would have won a scoring title at age 37.
Of the year,
I mean, I don't
come
know.
on, man.
You gotta
I mean, he the one to score on title, but I don't know if he's in his prime.
Bro, he averaged 27, 7, and 7.
He's at the
But
back
he
end
still
of
don't
his
look
prime.
like Miami. He will never ever
we
look
talking
like Miami.
We talking about the destroyer of worlds. Like, that
Exactly.
was a different man. Like,
So
you know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is that's his prime.
Right now,
You're
he's
never
he's
gonna
the
get
back
that.
end of his prime.
that was
Like-
the apex. That was the height of it.
Now,
But-
if you sat there and you told me LeBron is better than the majority of them out here, then I'll take it.
all right, so we can go there. We'll go there.
I'll take that.
We'll
But
go there.
don't tell me prime LeBron, because I know.
You don't think
we're
he's top 5 or 6 at
He's
least?
top
right now?
5 or 6 is not prime LeBron.
I understand what
You
you're
understand
saying.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
To you?
Prime LeBron is number one. Like, undisputed number one.
Like, you can't question
Okay,
it.
so a player in his 9th year, I don't think should be taking less. A player in his 19th, going on 20th year,
Right.
And I can't say the money is made, but yeah, the money is made, and where the team is, they have the $47 million albatross on their backs. You giving back money because we can't get rid of Russ, we can at least get you more players. What you need and what we both need is a championship.
Here's the thing.
You're always gonna make that money back.
Now, I hear that logic, and that's sound logic, because that's what Tim Duncan did. That's what a lot of other
You
players
just
did.
took like $10 million a year.
Yeah, but here's the problem. LeBron James owes the Lakers nothing. He came here without any superstars. Came here and played with those kids that first year, right? Got hurt, and then they went to go get Anthony Davis. They won a championship. So he got you a title that you wouldn't get without me.
Yeah.
I am not taking less for you. You are the GM. You're the owner. It's your responsibility to build the championship or team around me and AD. It's not my business to help you build this team out. That's the way it goes. Mm-hmm. I am due this money. I'm owed this money. I'm going to take every piece of it. It's your job to be able to put the right players around me to be able to make this work. I told you that Russ was a good deal. It didn't work out. You had ample amount of chances to trade his ass, and you still haven't done it because you don't want to sacrifice future draft picks. That got nothing to do with me. I ain't gonna be here in 27 or 29. Yeah. What do I care? So it's your issue to deal with, not mine. And I feel that, because as a player, I'm still trying to get the bag. I'm still trying to. Yes, Braun is a billionaire athlete and all that stuff. He has all these great businesses. He's doing well for himself. But as a player, still playing, that he's setting an example and a precedent for the younger players that are coming along, that's saying, you need to look out for you, because organizations do what? They look out for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They, whatever's best for the organization, they will do. So they'll give you your money, but if they feel that you're no longer viable, they'll trade your ass. They'll ship you to Albuquerque, right? Me as a player, like if I decide to take less, right? Let's just say this. I decide to take less, and I no longer fit in their plans. I now costed myself millions of dollars for a team that has no loyalty for me.
Yep. IT.
And I can't get that money back.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas.
I can't get that money back because the next team is going to look at the contract that I just signed, taking a discount. They're going to be asking for that too.
But
Can't
I got
do
a
that.
question though. Just for clarification, Westbrook is there because of who?
LeBron. However, he's there because of management. I can be able to come to you and say, I want this player. I think this player is going to fit. It's your responsibility as an organization to look at the data, see what happens in regards to fit, look at his game, see how it applies to the current team that you have, and say, you know what, LeBron, we're going to consider it, but I don't think that it's a necessarily great fit for this team.
How many teams are telling LeBron that though?
The teams that win. See, the thing is, there's a level, right? Jordan wanted all North Carolina guys on the Bulls. Krause said, we're not doing that. We're going to get guys in here that can be able to help you maximize this team. Those guys that you want are not good players. These guys that I'm bringing in are good players. You have to be able to tell your star players who's the boss. We have a working relationship, but at the end of the day, it's my decision who comes in here and who doesn't.
And
Anthony Davis was a good move to make. Russell Westbrook wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's on the organization. LeBron can tell you who he wants or who he doesn't want. It's up to you to make the decision because they had the deal for Buddy Hield on the table. And at the 12th hour, Russell Westbrook becomes a Laker.
That's because of LeBron, though.
No, that's because of Russ.
LeBron has to eat some of that because if we're going to give him the praise of putting together other teams and giving them championships, which he has, which is why
You got to give him the blame of Westbrook though.
GM. But he has to get the blame of Westbrook because even at the time of the last trading deadline, he wasn't going hard for them to trade Westbrook.
Yeah, he was.
He still wanted them on the team.
No, that was the whole sticking point, is that he wanted them to right the wrong and get rid of Westbrook, and the Lakers did not want to attach compensation to get rid of him. The same reason that they're doing now. He would have been gone if the Lakers didn't care about draft picks. He'd have been gone.
So that's where the mortgage our future statement
That's
came in.
where the whole situation
I thought
is.
that was the offseason.
No, it's about
But
they
the Lakers
don't want to give up their leverage.
They gotta care about those draft picks because at the end of the day, LeBron's not going to be there.
Nah, bro. The Lakers have never won with draft picks.
That's where I disagree with you
Lakers
because
never really won with draft
when
picks
when you look at other teams that have won, when Cleveland was winning, when they got to 4 straight finals with LeBron, they didn't give a shit about draft picks. They were way into the luxury tax because that's what great teams have to do to stay great. You have to be in the luxury tax. The Lakers are operating like a mom and pop deli where they don't want to be in the luxury tax because Jeannie Buss is watching dollars. You can't watch dollars. You can't watch dollars as well as compete for championships. You have to choose.
Utah can do that.
You have to choose, right? Utah can do that. Atlanta can do that. Oklahoma City can do that. Houston can do that. Lakers can't do that. You can't tell your fans, yeah, we want to win, we want to compete, but at the same time, you're watching luxury tax. Because when you think about the Golden State Warriors and what Joe Laker pays for that team, he's a repeat offender. They call it a repeater tax based on how much you're in the luxury tax. He don't care.
But that core is all built off of draft picks, though, right?
Well, they don't really have their draft because they trade stuff. They trade their draft picks. If they need to compete, say they wanted to go get Kevin Durant. Say they actually wanted Kevin Durant. They call the Nets and say, "What do you want? You want Wiseman? You want all these picks? We'll give it," because it's about winning championships for them. They don't care about future. They care about maximizing the window that they have with Steph, with Clay, and Draymond.
There's no guarantee.
And there's no guarantee that you're going to win a championship
Draymond,
down the line with draft picks. So it's like you have LeBron in your building right now. What do I care about future moves? If you can get me Kyrie Irving right now, and Kyrie, LeBron, and AD is the best trio we've probably seen in a long time because they fit together. They fit. Russell Westbrook doesn't fit. That's why it didn't work. Kyrie works. But you're telling me that, oh no, we don't want to give up too much compensation. Then you don't want to win.
So the only pushback I have, the only pushback I have on the Westbrook, I don't think they use him the way they wanted to use him, the way that they signed him. Because you just told me that the trio didn't work, and the trio doesn't work. I don't think they signed him to be part of a trio.
Yes, they did.
I think they signed him to be the head of the second team.
No.
When LeBron and AD not playing, when they're not, for somebody to get them through the season, that's what they needed.
If you had the expectation that Westbrook was going to do that, you made the wrong
Nope,
choice.
that was one of the initial expectations, that when LeBron gets hurt, or if AD gets hurt, Westbrook can help carry them through the season. When it's playoff time, we can turn it back up and go.
And what they didn't realize, like a lot of people didn't realize, is that Westbrook is cooked. He's been cooked. But the thing is, the triple doubles make people believe that he's this great player. No, the mistakes have always been there. The air balls have always been there. The bad plays have always been there. The crazy amount of turnovers have been there. All of it has been there. The low efficiency, all of it has been right in front of your face, and it just showed itself on the biggest stage in basketball. That's what the Lakers do. When you come here, it exposes your weakness for the world to see. You can be able to be in OKC and hide that shit. You can go to Houston and hide that. You can go to Washington where they don't care about basketball down there. You can't do that in LA. Can't do that. So if management thought like you, they all need to pack their bags. They all need to pack their bags.
Westbrook, everything that Westbrook achieved.
She has so many people in her ears, man. She got the Ramby, Kurt and Linda, husband and wife. I didn't even know Linda was that big.
Linda's her best friend.
Their organization. Then you have Pelinka. This guy used to be an agent, so agents don't want to work with him. He screwed people over in his pack. What's that? Carlos Boozer
Oh
to
man,
one team, and then Robert Pelinka.
They had a handshake agreement, and then he did some backdoor dealings that got him a better deal.
Yeah, so anytime Rob Pelinka's in the deal, the agent who ever dealt with him in the past is
trying to swindle him. Yeah,
so
of course.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Too many people in there, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, man. I think
mourning over Kobe.
I think exactly. Like you over here drunk texting at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, what's wrong with you? You a owner. Act like one.